For most people, starting a fitness journey is a question of motivation. But if you're an analytical lifter, you don't need motivation, you need logic. That's why the Starting Strength Novice Linear Progression is so popular. It's a proven, deterministic program for getting beginners strong fast. Simply adding 5 pounds per workout enables tremendous strength gains on the main lifts. But this rate of progress cannot be sustained forever. As the weight gets heavier, completing your sets becomes a brutal grind, systemic fatigue accumulates, and your nervous system hits an outright wall. Instead of endlessly resetting the weight and grinding back up to the exact same sticking point, you need to adjust the architecture of the program. Today, we're breaking down the 4 systemic phases to transition seamlessly from a daily linear progression into a weekly intermediate framework. If you're running the baseline program, your current parameters look like this. Before you touch a single variable or assume you've stalled, make sure you've already exhausted the basic microloading protocols. Drop down to 5-pound jumps on the squat and deadlift, drop down to 2.5-pound jumps or less on the press and bench press, and introduce the power clean or barbell row so that you are only deadlifting every second workout. If you've checked those boxes and your recovery is still redlining, it's time for phase 2. When deadlifting every other workout becomes too taxing for your lower back, we introduce a heavy light medium structure specifically for your pulling movements. Instead of rotating standard deadlifts, you will pull heavy exactly once a week. I recommend deadlifting on Monday, introducing the power snatch on Wednesday for explosive speed work, and power cleaning on Friday. If you prefer to stay away from Olympic lifting mechanics, you can easily substitute barbell rows on Wednesday and Romanian deadlifts on Friday. The lower pulling volume gives your lower back the critical recovery window it needs, allowing you to keep driving your squat and deadlift numbers upward simultaneously. As your squats continue to climb by 15 total pounds per week, squatting maximum effort every workout becomes a massive cognitive and physical tax. Fatigue from Monday will bleed heavily into your Wednesday and Friday sessions. At this point, we introduce a light squat day on Wednesday. Instead of adding 5 pounds, you will back the weight off to exactly 80% of Monday's load for your standard 3x5. This acts as a functional recovery day, keeping the movement pattern fresh and flushing blood into the muscles without adding deeper systemic fatigue. This simple tweak squeezes the absolute last drop of progress out of your novice phase. Eventually, even with a light Wednesday, adding weight every single workout becomes a mathematical impossibility. This is your cue to graduate to intermediate programming by switching to a full weekly heavy light medium system. Since your deadlift is already on a weekly schedule, your pulls don't change. For your squat, Monday remains your heavy day, Wednesday stays light at 80%, and Friday becomes a medium day set at 90% of Monday's weight. For upper body pressing, we will bench heavy on Monday, press on Wednesday, and introduce an upper body assistance movement on Friday. If driving your bench press up is a primary goal, the close grip bench press is an exceptional choice here. To round out the system and fill in structural gaps, this is also the perfect time to introduce targeted accessory work like pull-ups, chin-ups, curls, and line triceps extensions. Here's the exact blueprint I deployed right after finishing my own NLP. An intermediate framework like this can be run sustainably for months. Once it runs its course, the next step is moving into block periodization, structuring your year into dedicated phases for hypertrophy, strength, and peaking. We'll be breaking down that exact periodization logic in an upcoming video. Knowing exactly when to shift variables in your programming can be tricky. If you want an analytical, data-driven eye to audit your training logs and engineer your transition out of the novice phase, check out the link in the description below. To celebrate launching my coaching practice, I'm taking on exactly 3 founding clients into an exclusive 3-month beta cohort, completely free of charge. Tap the link, submit your parameters, and let's keep building.